heard some of these songs that he's written where he's discussed these situations, where he's discussed how he doesn't want to be dead or in jail for his son, how he hopes he gets to see him, and
take him around the world.
And these are sentiments that we all want to see our family members have. So we understand those aspirations. But at the same time, just because I want to see you win doesn't mean that I should just stand by and act like I don't see you doing the silliest shit, the most dangerous shit, and not call you on it. So I don't know this young man personally. I don't know what the fuck his mental state is, but I know it's not thinking logically, because if you were just released on
Tuesday, don't put yourself back in the same situation.
Why would you even do, like, you mean to tell me somebody else couldn't have just had a blunt ready for you, you smoke and leave that shit alone? Like, you are actually in a setting, and you allow yourself to remain in a setting that condones shit that's going to send their fucking moneymaker away.
Yeah. So listen, I am 100% behind you with that.
I can't keep letting
like,
that shit
I don't
pass
think we
and be
should
like, yo,
encourage that
you,
type of behavior.
No, nigga, you got to root for your goddamn self.
I feel that
we
we should definitely not encourage that type of behavior. But
Coonery.
when he sat down with the King of the South, and I'm not talking about T.I.P., and that's no disrespect, I'm talking about Mr. Percy Miller, No Limits on Louisiana, Third Ward, Calio, bounce, 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 fool, if you bout it. Sat down and talked to this nigga, and one thing that was brought over well was, like, P said he called Bootsy in there to talk to him too, because Bootsy has some of the same problems that Kodak is going to early on in his career.
Very true.
You know, Bootsy he'd go to jail and get out and then be back smoking. No, he ain't supposed to. He got to go take a piss test. And the niggas around him, it wasn't that they wasn't telling him nothing good. This is all them niggas knew. You know what I'm saying? So when you, and I know that shit sound corny when you young and shit, but the company you keep is the person that you are. And that shit is real shit.
Absolutely.
That shit is real shit. Like, I remember my mom used to be like, yo, watch the company you keep. But that shit is real.
No, that's the realest shit.
That shit is real as a motherfucker. Like, hey, Boosie Boo, I don't want you. He was like, I don't want you smoking and drinking, man. But then he's like, damn, homie, you don't love me. We can't go. And then the nigga fall back into doing the same thing. You know? I don't understand that shit either, but Boosie got out really early, you know, due to a lot of pressure and him beating the murder charge. He got out in his early 30s and is able to see life from that other side. Yeah. And he said when he talked to Kodak and him and P, he said, you know, they were coming from a place where Boosie is 35, 37 or something like that, talking to this nigga, he's 20. And he's like, you know what, I can't meet this nigga where I'm at. I need to go back to that old Boosie and ask this nigga, you know. And from his point, he's like, I can't see it any other way. Just like P was like, nigga, I had a corner store selling records, and I was still slinging dope at this nigga age. You know, I just they trying to get across to him, it can't always be like, it can't remain this way.
And that's what bothers me so much, because we've all seen that people have tried to break that ice, that people have tried to meet him where he's at, that have tried to reach out to the kid. And the thing that makes it frustrating, which is why I get upset about it, is you can't want something for a person more than they want it for themselves.
Absolutely.
You can't rush the process of a person growing up and finding out what's most important to them. It's just, for me, because I understand that concept.
And the consequences too.
Exactly. And the consequences. I'm not going to just nonchalantly brush off everything that you do as being young, going through it, not because at some point teaching has to meet with growth. And if you're just not there to grow, it comes to a point where you realize, okay, this person has no desire to grow. And I have to be okay with that. I can't take that part personally.
I don't think he doesn't have a desire to grow.
Him
growing mentally
in the forefront.
Him growing mentally as fast as you want him to isn't possible at that moment.
Of course not.
Because at 20, nigga.
Of course not.
What?
Like, I think back to that a lot because I work with a lot of young kids, and, you know, high school seniors, college kids or whatever. And so I'm the big homie. And so I see where their head is at, and I think back to my young wild days. Like, I look at these kids all the time, like,
you're a youngster, baby.
Right, but nowadays these kids ain't got no OGs.
Yeah, listen.
You can be 28 and be somebody OG.
That's terrible.
Some of us never became an OG. Some of us died. Some of us gave up on it. Some of us got in cars. The streets out here, and I don't mean necessarily just the hood. I mean neighborhoods of the world. Like, nobody wants to be the big homie. Nobody wants to be the OG.
You're not a big homie OG nigga till you touch 40, 41, them type of ages.
In our consciousness, yeah, because that means that you was actually really an adult living for 2 decades by then. So you got a better understanding of shit. But right now,
a lot of niggas still YGs and don't know it.
Everything is so much lower because, like, think about it. We always talk about this gap thing. I think that we remember OGs because of how old we are. We remember that shit because them niggas was still around, still active. They was in the communities, in those neighborhoods, in your house. So you saw the uncles all the time in your neighborhood. We all had neighborhood uncles. You know what I'm saying? We remember that as little jitterbugs. You know what I'm saying? We remember that as a jit coming up. And so by the time we was in high school, we saw the dudes that was above us turn into that. You know what I'm saying? Like the first generation after the OG that was there when we was kids. So, but now was a gap because motherfuckers got to be younger and younger when they started having offspring. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Them OGs we talking about, they had like 4 and 5 brothers and sisters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now we looking at, Danielle got a son that's 16 and she's 38. You know what I'm saying? So
there are no more AWACs, niggas.
Right. The big homie that been around still, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to MC8. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trigger got no heart. But that's the only reason I fired on him so hard.
Hey, homie.
I want my little nigga to grow, man.
Hey, homie, you need some help.
Hey, partner, you need some help. Hey, come on, niggas.
y'all niggas got no snaps on the Petro.
Hell no, I don't want no cluckhead burger.
Man, y'all niggas slinging all this shit in the hood.
They never
got no money.
Yo, we might have to do an episode where we do
both of you niggas sound like bitches.
A hood nigga retrospective, a hood movie retrospective where we talk the whole shit about that movie. Menace might be the first one.
Shout out to Tyron.
You strapped.
You did your thing.
Know it. Everybody knows who punk ass Chauncey is. Like, if you call somebody punk ass Chauncey, you know exactly Chauncey. What's up. Oh shit. All right, y'all hold up. We'll be right back, man. We're gonna go ahead and switch into some hip hop shit. Yiddy. So who we got? What we doing on the hip hop?
So you know I'm going at hip hop.
Oh shit.
You know I'm going, man.
Where we at?
Listen, man. I'm so tired of you guys appropriating our cultures, man. Like, golly, man. God, did you say old boy?
Like Cameron?
Nigga, you have gone on 37 rents tonight.
It was not 37.
It was 34.5 rents.
I think
nigga.
It was 7. I may have gone on
My
7
nigga
rents.
has went on a rent and had the nerve to say, "Oh boy," about me. Listen up, okay? Hip hop fans. And if you're new hip hop fans, I just want to let you niggas know, Lil Yachty did not stop hip hop. He did not start it. Soulja Boy didn't kill it, and the West Coast didn't redo it. Hip hop has been hip hop since the day it was born. It has always been gangster. It has always been thug. It has always been street. It has always been graffiti. It has always been movement, hard, African, Caribbean, Puerto Rican, anything that you can think of associated with black people and people of color that come from the continent. It has always been genuinely black. Now, as we move through time, we have gotten a lot of a lot lacks on what we are supposed to be doing for the culture, how we're supposed to move the culture forward, and who can profitize from the culture. I just want to say this about country music. Country music has a couple of black stars in it. Maybe 2, right?
All I think of is Charlie Pride and Darius Rucker.
Well, they had that country boy, cowboy nigga that was rapping for a second too.
See, that was some coonery in my opinion.
Shout out to Hootie. Y'all niggas know who I'm talking
Darius
about.
Rucker.
Shout out South Carolina's own, baby.
Niggas went diamond on that ass. Got Grammys.
Sometimes I'm crazy. They wonder why.
Yo, side note, my grand aunt has a platinum plaque from Hootie and the Blowfish signed by him because he came to the crib. The whole band
Darius,
came to the crib.
Darius is a real nigga, B.
And always
but Darius is a real.
Every time they shut down shout out to Penn used to feed him.
Shout out to Darius Ruck. Listen,
he's that guy, and he can sing his ass off.
I just need you guys to understand something real quick. I'm gonna take a pause, right? I need you to go out to your local radio stations and your local radio stores. Z93 out there, right? I want y'all niggas to go ask them to play this nigga Port Baby new song called To Geechee. Like, if you have not heard this shit or seen the video, you niggas is rotten. Okay, you Charleston niggas, you Geechee niggas, you know what I'm saying? North Charleston, downtown West Ashley, Ladson, Somerville, all of them now. Okay? I need you to understand something.
Pleasant?
All of them boy out there. You know what I'm saying? All of them. I need y'all niggas to go
put some niggas just tripping right now. Don't worry about it.
So go support this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, why, bro?
Listen, boy, no. Yee, boy. Yee. Now look here.
In it.
Real talk. She. Great. Zeke. I can tell you. I can tell him. Show him now. Boy, look y'all now.
Y'all gotta forgive us, y'all.
I ain't even much.
Look, you know, we in Atlanta, but listen, it's only so far you can take that. Look, we Gullah. We ain't just Geechee, we Gullah. It's a totally different thing.
So listen, right? This nigga's been grinding for a long time. Camouflage Entertainment, shout out to you niggas. But this nigga took the I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy, listen, and turned that shit to I'm too Geechee for, look. Shout out to you, Poor Baby, Camouflage Entertainment. You niggas do it, and you do it the best, nigga. Your shit is fire, nigga. And everybody that's outside of that, if you trying to get up on that lingo from the Carolinas, that real good shit, please go check out that boy, Poor Baby. And shit is amazing. Shit is amazing. But back to this cultural appropriation. I
just want y'all to know, side note, my partner doesn't like white people rapping. He's gonna put that out there.
Look,
like they can produce.
I don't.
But they can't rap.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
He don't want them to be seen.
I don't mind them in the culture. I just don't think they're as great as some people think. And the white rappers I like are not the white rappers that everybody else like. I don't. You know, and I don't want to tell you who I don't like because I don't want you motherfuckers in my inbox, okay?
Flooded. All he's going to say is he likes EPMD. I mean, not EPMD, but Third Base.
Sure.
I fucking love Third Base.
They're fucking terrible.
I love Third Base.
Fucking them jump around niggas.
Even Search was
see, like you making me, you trying to, man, he's trying so hard, nigga.
Like, but yo, he said MC Light, somebody told me that MC Light said that. He was like, damn.
He's trying so hard, nigga.
Like, but he knows everybody from the dirt, though, so that's why I will always respect Search. And he found Nas.
Yo, so, he did not find Nas.
Even Nas said it. Even Nas is claiming
nigga.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna let you live in that.
He was signed to Search Publishing Company.
I'm not talking about
you helped him get the deal.
Who put him on. I'm not talking about that. Because the only little piece of good information in that Roxanne Shante shit was she the nigga that discovered Nas.
I get that.
At 11.
But she ain't. Like,
she couldn't put herself on. We saw that.
That's the point. You know what everybody.
Okay, that's why I was telling you. It's okay.
This guy.
See, you give him too much credit. I'm not willing to give him that credit, bro.
You don't like.